right, Coach. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Oilers. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Smith, his first carry. And some room to roam now. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. On second down, here's Smith. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
A first down carry for Smith, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Here we go.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in there, break on the football.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Throwing after the interception, Daniels. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing on first down, Montgomery. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Second and 6. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Daniels. They set up the screen to Chubb.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage.
You keep me like I have. I'm playing my league game.
Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. 27 yards on the game there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. No going for two. They'll kick the point after.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed it in the huddle. Hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we've put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. Marquise Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. So the points coming fast and furious in this opening quarter. Whoa.
Yeah, both defenses, they're looking pretty exploited right now with the way these offenses are attacking. They are a step behind, back on their heels, whatever cliche you want to use. Right now, they're trying to figure out how to slow them down. Now, I'm not sure they're going to be able to.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Back to throw. Daniels. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 98 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
defense. Keep it up, guys.
They'll try and run forward with Smith.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake. Montgomery. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Montgomery, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On 2nd down, it's Smith. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Montgomery escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Off play action, Montgomery. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Off the play fake, Montgomery. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Smith. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Daniels. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone.
You ain't doing nothing today.
He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2nd down and inches. Going right side here, and that's complete. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will get them 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some, because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give them 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Montgomery. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Airing one out for Crowder. He's got a man. Complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. A quick throw here. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Daniels. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. 31 yards on the punt there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Smith. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Montgomery. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Daniels. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's get off the field.
From the gun, Daniels. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going to loft one deep left side, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills, and that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Montgomery. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down now. It's Smith. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to get the 1st down here across the 15-yard line. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. On 1st down, Daniels. This one caught by Crowder. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 83 yards.
We got this.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
From the gun, Daniels. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They begin with a run by Smith. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And it was the Lions who emerged victorious in that one. Jared Goff, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
This has been a tough. Almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.